All right, everybody. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, the incredibly talented author, actor, producer, comedian, Mr. Sean Kanan. Hello and welcome to the show.
Hey, guys. Thanks so much for having me back. I've missed you.
Absolutely. We missed you, too. And we don't really have to introduce everybody. Just say hi to Ron.
Hi.
Hey, Ron.
I've been so excited all week when Jimmy told me he booked you on again because, we had such a great time when we met, a year or two ago?
A
year ago. And your wife is fabulous. How is she?
Thank you. She is actually in the other room dealing with some business stuff. And,
could she come on and say hello for a minute? She's beautiful. You see how beautiful his wife is.
She's not dressed well.
Oh, they never are. They're pigs in the house. And when they go out, they're all dolled up. I love it.
No, but we had fun. Remember we were in New York and you guys were at the comedy club and Ron got into the act, which was awesome.
Did I really?
He always does.
What did I do?
Comedian, don't you remember?
No.
Funny. Yeah.
I have very little memory.
Actually, though, we have a guy coming on the show, Icavelli. And Icavelli said that he was there that night. I didn't meet him, but he said that you used his projector. And he was one of the comedians that was there that night. So really like a nice guy that I
think I remember the comedian that was there. Heavy set fella, right? Funny?
No, Ike's not heavy set.
No?
No. There was a heavy set.
I have no memory.
There was a whole lot of comedians.
So are you hanging with Garrick and Tony in their lovely little house?
I have not seen Garrick and Tony in a little while, but I have a feeling I'm going to see them in October because Michelle and I are chairing an event for the Cancer Society at the Purple Room. Okay. And it's a lip-syncing event, and I'm sure Garrick and Tony will not only be there, but will probably be singing some kind of a duet.
Yeah, Nelson Eddy and Jeanette McDonald.
I was just informed by Michelle, I think yesterday, that I'm now forced to do a duet, so I'm trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah, but you sing.
Yeah.
They don't ever hear Garrick or Tony sing.
I want to do something where I can be Mick Jagger.
There you go.
That's cool.
Maybe David, and we'll do a duet like that. I thought that'd be kind of fun.
First of all,
now, what soap opera are you on again?
I'm not on any right now.
So what were you on?
Let's see. I've done 4 of them. I've done General Hospital, Sunset Beach, Bold and the Beautiful, and Y&R. And I was most recently on Bold and the Beautiful a couple months ago.
What'd you play?
I'm no longer on the show, and I've been working on a lot of other fun projects.
What was your character in the Bold and the Beautiful, whatever?
Deacon Sharp.
Deacon Sharp.
Were you nasty or good?
I was definitely lean more towards the nasty side, but fun nasty. Like I made it fun to be bad.
Right. So all of you out there that are soapies, you know who he is. What else do we? I'm doing the usual bullshit that we do.
Let me do it because that's the stuff I do. And then
oh yeah, you do that boring stuff. I do the funny stuff.
First of all, no, I was Googling stuff on you first of all, and I didn't know that you were. I didn't know that The Bold and the Beautiful is the #1 syndicated show in daytime in 120 countries.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's really fun to watch these younger kids who come on the show, and they're on for a couple months, and then they get sent to go do a press trip to Italy, or they go to France or somewhere like that, and they are recognized by everybody there, and it's crazy because that doesn't happen when you're on other soap operas. General Hospital and Y&R, they're not syndicated like this. But Bold and the Beautiful, 110 countries. I mean, it's crazy how many different languages I can speak fluently on TV.
Well, the reason you're not on The Bold and the Beautiful anymore is because the producers called me and they wanted me to come on the show. And I said, no way. If Shane is there, Shawn. If Shawn is there, I refuse to be on the show because he degrades the show. So they fired you. That's why you're no longer on The Bold and the Beautiful.
Yeah, I was wondering why, Ron.
Now I'm playing your part.
I think you do a good job, actually. You've got a
good
lot
makeup.
Of
Good makeup to make me look 30. Good makeup.
Actually, one thing I found out about you too is that you're like freaking 50 years old, dude. Like you don't look anywhere near 50.
I'm not like freaking 50. I'm freaking 50.
I know.
Yeah, but you're like me. I'm 50. Nobody believes it.
You look fantastic. Yeah, but you drink vampire's blood or something.
No, I use DMK. Danae Montague King's products. But seriously, I'm 77 now.
What are you plugging? What are you plugging?
You know what? I'm not plugging it. I must tell you the truth. I say it because I want people out there to look better. If the crap didn't work, I wouldn't talk about it. But it does work. Trust me. It's good.
Is it skincare?
Yeah, it's skincare.
Is it
It's
skincare?
but it really works. And I don't get paid for this. And Danae doesn't even know I do it. He's my dearest friend. But he doesn't even know I do it. I do it because not really to sell his product. I do it to let people know that if you have bad skin, pockmarks, and all that nasty stuff, which I've never had, this stuff works. For once in the world, something has come along that's not baloney. When I see you, we'll talk about it. You can try some of my products.
I mean, I do represent a skincare company, so I go over to Italy and represent a company called Skin by Dimitri James. I use his stuff and love it.
Wait, what's it called? We'll give him a plug. What's it called?
It's called Skin, Skinn, by Dimitri James, and it's on Evine, and it's on all the different telemarketing shows. I mean, the TV shows like QVC, etc. And I'm the guy that does it over in Italy.
That's good.
Oh, I've heard of that product. That's the one that if you put it close to your nostrils melt.
No, it's terrific. I honestly use it every day.
I bet you. Let's have a cream off, and we'll use Danae's product, and we'll use your product, and I guarantee you, his moisturizer's got some kind of crap in it that's fabulous because it really moisturizes the skin. It works.
People in the chat room are asking questions, and they said, "I have a question for Braun. I know that Shawn has a cookbook. Tell us the name of your cookbook."
My cookbook is called The Modern Gentleman. Cooking and Entertaining with Shawn Kanan.
And they want to know if Ron cooked anything from it. We have it on our bookshelf with all the cool celebrities that have given us books.
Let me tell you a little bit about Ron. Ron lives in a townhouse with a kitchen that's 2x2, with a stove that's a piece of shit, with pots that are dented, and Ron bangs those pots against the wall, breaking holes in it because he hates where he lives. He's frustrated. Like tonight, I'm cooking. You know what I'm cooking? Chinese food. We're bringing it in from our restaurant. You need a kitchen. I've always had a wonderful big home. I've always had big kitchens where you had countertop. This townhouse, I'm cooking next to the sink. So if I'm not careful and making a roast, the roast can slip out of my pan and go right in the sink. So it's no fun cooking when you're in a slum. I hate Ron.
Yeah, it's a luxury to have a nice big kitchen when you cook.
Yeah, absolutely. You know that. So when are you going to cook for us?
Yeah, I would love to cook for you guys. We got to get sort of in the same time zone first.
We are working on it.
When you and your lovely wife come to the house, you and I will have a cook-off. We'll both cook together.
I absolutely love that. I've done it before.
In my gigantic kitchen, because I'm having a kitchen.
Oh, and we'll videotape the whole thing because it'll probably go viral.
I'm looking at a house. I'm looking at a house right now.
To get a copy of the book,
it's a bit.
They can get it at Shawn Kanan, themodernGentleman.com. And there's a really great story in the book about when I did exactly what we're discussing. I had a cook-off in Italy with an Italian, and we had to go out and shop that day and bring the food back, and then we cooked it for 6 models, and they decided whose food they like better.
There you go.
I'm looking at a house right now in Palm Springs, 3,900 square feet, and I think
2,800.
No, that's not the one. I wouldn't live in that.
Where is it?
Where is it? I can't tell because then people will find us and kill us. Because they want to kill gay people. They want to kill Jews, blacks, and gays again. We're back in the execution market, so we don't tell people where we live. But it's in Palm Springs. Let them go look.
Good. Well, I would love to have you guys back here.
Absolutely.
We can't wait. Now, you're going to buy there, rent there, or hang there? What are you doing?
No, we own a couple properties here, so we're staying at one of our places down here right now.
So are you one of those people they're trying to get out of Palm Springs because you're renting?
No, I love Palm Springs.
People?
I mean,
they don't like you.
Michelle and I had 5 kids between us, or as I like to say, the dream killers. And we had a big house in Pasadena, and this was our weekend getaway place. The kids are all moved out now, and so we didn't need the big house, so we're staying at our place down in Palm Springs. I'm loving it.
Palm Springs is the best place. I don't want to make too much publicity. You know what? The more we talk about it, the more people move there, the higher the prices go. So let me buy first, then we'll talk about how wonderful
buy first, then we'll say nice things about it.
That's right, and we'll get the prices to go up.
Right. So for now, I'm going to say Palm Springs is on the San Andrea Fault, built directly on it. If an earthquake comes, Palm Springs will be shaken to the ground, and
So don't move there until after we get there.
And you will die. So
wait until we get there, and then you can come here. So also, okay, so I got this thing because like I've seen all these pictures now. You have a new T-shirt out, and it's got Mike Barnes from Karate Kid 3, and I think that people will really buy that. I think it's such a badass T-shirt.
I don't have one in front of me right now. I guess I should have, but
bad marketing.
The iconic character I played, Mike Barnes from Karate Kid 3, and it says "Your karate's a joke." And the reason I did that was because I don't know if you guys read this. It was in the trades. But Billy Zabka and Ralph Macchio, who were in Karate Kid 1 and 2, and they're doing a sitcom based on the Karate Kid. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a comedic TV show based on the Karate Kid. I thought, you know what, this is great timing. I mean, people always sort of like nostalgia, and I thought I'd come out with this T-shirt, and people have been loving it.
I love it. So where do they go to get it?
Again, they can go to the same website, which is Shawn Kanan, themodernGentleman.com. And
there you go.
Get it, and we'll send it out to you. And if you want, I'll sign it for you.
I think it's hilarious, and I think it's really cool. And since that was kind of like a big break for you in the first place, everybody kind of knows that. And when you did your comedy show and you did the bits about the Karate Kid, it was so freaking hilarious. For anybody who knows that anything about it, which everybody does because it was such a cool movie.
See, now my memory came back. I remember we went to see you in the comedy show.
Hey, you're not chewing on those aluminum pots and pans, are you?
No, he's not chewing on them.
No, I think if I chewed on them, I might get better. Maybe I'm lacking aluminum. But now you know what it is, Sean? We go to so many things. We've got so many people we know in the business that it takes me a long time to remember the who, the what, the where, and the when. But it comes to me in time.
So let's go.
You were funny. I remember you. You were very funny.
No, it was very funny.
Yeah.
Well, I've got another show coming up this Sunday in Burbank, which is going to be a lot of fun. It's at the Colony Theater in Burbank, and I'm performing with Sean Kerrigan from The Young and the Restless, and a really funny guy named Justin Ruppel, who won Dana Carvey's national show, First Impressions. And if people would like to come, it's this Sunday. The show starts at 8. Doors are open at 7. And we do have a few tickets left, and they can get the tickets at www.itsmyseat.com/comedy.
What's the price of the ticket?
What's the price of the ticket? He said.
Yeah. What's the price of the ticket?
I think if you get them in advance, they're like $30 in advance. It includes drinks, and then the VIP tickets are a little more, and that includes more drinks and a VIP meet and greet.
Oh, that's good. That seems fair.
A lot of fun. We've got the thing that's cool about it is we've got all sorts of RSVPs from people that the fans know. We've got Tristan Rogers from General Hospital. And we've got Windsor Harmon from Bold and the Beautiful. And, we just fell, guys. Patrika Darbo, who's been in a million things. Anyway, a lot of people that you recognize will be there. And it's going to be a really great evening.
So let's go back. So it's August 20th, you guys. It's called Daytime After Dark because it's starring all the daytime soap opera people, which is a great name. Starring Sean Kanan, Sean Kerrigan. I also wrote down Brian McDaniel. Is he still part of the show?
Yeah, he'll be in it too from TMZ.
And then Justin Ripple, and it's hosted by Jeff Rector, and it's at the Colony Theater, 555 North 3rd Street in Burbank, California. And to get your tickets, you go to www.itsmyseat.com/comedy.
That's downtown, beautiful Burbank, which now has become beautiful. When I lived in California, Burbank was crappy. Now it's very chic and nice restaurants, and it's turned around. Years ago, Johnny Carson used to make jokes about beautiful downtown Burbank. It was just Warner Brothers, and a couple of stores. The rest of it was factories and bums and.
It's completely changed now.
Now it's very chic.
Restaurants and everything out.
Yeah, every place has changed now. Nothing is quite the same as it was. We had less people in those days. Now we have so many people here that people are going anywhere and regentrifying and making it beautiful, which is good.
Right.
So I love Tristan Rogers, by the way. Do you go to his white trash party in Palm Springs?
Yeah, we're good friends with Tristan and his wife, Teresa. Actually, my wife was out with Teresa last night. And You know, Tristan is a really, really great actor. He's a little bit of a curmudgeon, so getting him out of his house, out of Palm Springs, is like takes an act of Congress. So the fact that he's actually driving up to Burbank to see my show, I'm pretty amazed.
There you go.
I feel the same way he does. You know, I lived in Palm Springs for 8 years. And then I made the mistake of having a nervous breakdown, and I left the business. I left my TV show. No, I had a very big hit TV show, Set the Record Straight. I interviewed the great legends of Hollywood, you know, Jane Russell, right. Laura Bacall, Cliff Robertson, all the people. And I had a flip out. I just didn't want the business anymore. And I moved to Florida, which was a mistake. And in Florida, I felt like I was about to die of old age any minute. And then I met Jimmy. So I had to go to Florida to meet Jimmy. That was my destiny. And then I met Jimmy, and we moved up here to the woods in Pennsylvania, where I was going to retire, you know, plant tomatoes and pick off the deer ticks, you know.
You guys remember that I'm from Pennsylvania, right?
Yes, yeah, I did. I don't know if you did.
We're from. We live in New Hope, next to Doylestown.
So you're on the New York side.
Yeah,
I was on the Pittsburgh side.
Right. That's so another story.
About 40 minutes from Pittsburgh, and about 7 minutes from the Amish community.
Yeah, well, we live right in the Amish community.
Yeah, we don't.
Well, not far. No, the Mennonites. What they call Mennonites?
Mennonites. Yeah, Mennonites are
that's what we have.
Less strict, I think, than the Amish are. The
Amish don't even use electric.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know something? The first time I took Michelle back to Pennsylvania, and I was really building up the Amish thing, and I was like, you're going to probably see, you know, people riding around in a horse and buggy. Amish guy gets out of a horse and buggy with a cell phone.
Oh, that's a no-no.
I think they do sometimes bend the rules a little bit.
They have lights on those carts now. We go to, what's that town we go to?
Lancaster.
We go to Lancaster, and like they have like them, and they have like lights on the. I mean, it's like they're like cars almost. They got lights and mirrors and all kinds of stuff.
When we walk around, if we go to Quakertown, where they really are, and we're dressed a little gayish, you know, like a little Palm Springish with some pink and yellow and powder blue, they look at us and then they turn away and they cover their eyes because they're afraid their eyes are going to go on fire.
You're like the only non-Amish that gets shunned.
Yes.
Well, let's put it this way. If we go in a store and one of them owns it, they say we're closed. And there's a line behind us that they take care of. I cannot wait to get out of Pennsylvania. It is the most beautiful place. Scenery is magnificent. The hills, the mountains. I'm nuts about upstate Pennsylvania, the Poconos. It's fabulous. But the people, aside from you, are not that understanding of other people.
They're not very friendly here.
They don't like gays, period.
That's too bad. I mean, that wasn't really my experience when I was there, but
well, you're not.
I hate to hear that.
That's terrible. So last time we had you on, we were promoting your comedy show, your different comedy show, and you had a film, South 32, coming out. Now, since then, you've actually done a lot of stuff in the last year. I see all kinds of new projects on IMDb.
Jimmy, 5 kids. What are you?
Yes,
I got the stuff.
You know, like I Googled
wait, who's got who? Who's got the 3 and who's got the 2?
No, you know what? Michelle has 4 and I have 1, and they're fantastic kids.
And they get along. They're not killing each other.
One just graduated UCLA pre-med. Another one is he's working as an editor, and the 3 girls that are younger are all doing great. So we're very lucky. This has actually been a busy time for me. I did a film called Limelight. Which is having its world premiere at the Burbank International Film Festival on September 4th. And then I just finished a film. Hold on.
Go back to Limelight. So who's Paul Vandervoort? Because he's like in a lot of your things, so it has to be somebody you're good friends with.
Well, Paul Vandervoort's a really interesting guy. He came out to Hollywood and was like, I'm going to just start making movies. And he's the star of Limelight. He also wrote it and was one of the producers. And he managed to get a terrific director named James Cullen Bresic, who's done about 15
I know him.
Yeah,
we're friends on Twitter.
And they took me out to dinner one night and said, how'd you like to play the bad guy? And I said, absolutely. It was a great part. I play a real sleazy Hollywood producer named Sergio Veneto. And the film looks great. It's a low-budget film, but they did a terrific job, and it's having its world premiere September 4th at the Burbank International Film Festival.
And Jonathan Lipnicki.
I turned that role down.
Yeah.
Because they would not put my name above the title of the movie. And I said, no way will I ever do that.
No, but it has Jonathan Lipnicki in it, the little kid from Jerry Maguire, all grown up. And
Keith head weighs 11 pounds.
Yes, yes, he's got a huge head. And Keith Coogan, who we had on the show like many years ago.
Love Keith. Keith and his wife Pinky are good friends of ours. Love Keith. I mean, I grew up watching Keith's movies, and then to get to work with him was a real gas.
He did a movie with Sean Astin where they're like the kids at the boarding school that the terrorists come, whatever it is. That's like, I love that freaking movie.
Do you know Michael Damian?
I don't know Michael Damian. I don't know if I've ever met him or not. I
don't know
him for sure.
He's a friend of ours, and he's got his sequel now to his first movie. Whatever.
Yeah, that one
High
movie
Strung
he did
Free
well,
Dance.
so
High Strung Free Dance. Yeah. Promised me a part in the movie. No, seriously. And then he went ahead and filmed it without me. That's not nice. I mean, I could have given...
You know what? The next film I produce, I'll come up with a role for you.
You're full of shit too.
No, I'm not. Listen, I put all my friends in my movies.
Yes, but I happen to be an actor for 53 years. I'm not just a friend that wants to walk in a screen so that people could say, oh, there's so-and-so. I want to play a part, like a good part.
Something meaty, right?
I want to play a part where I cut you to pieces and stab you in the eyes. That's a good part.
So you also did a movie with Jaleel White, 5th of July, sometime recently?
Yeah, I did. That was a lot of fun, too. I mean, and, again, I've been a fan of Jaleel's from Family Matters for years. And I just have a small part in that one, a couple scenes.
There are no small parts.
There are only small actors, right. So that was a lot of fun doing a comedy. And I don't know when that's coming out. I haven't heard much about that one. I don't know if they're still in post-production finishing that. And then I just did a cool period piece called In the Absence of Good Men, or actually The Absence of Good Men, about the gang wars between the Irish gangs and the Italian gangs in 1920s Chicago. And it stars Jason Patric and Peter Fasinelli from Nurse Jackie and from the Twilight series. And
I love Peter Fasinelli.
Yeah, he's great. Mel Gibson's son Milo plays Al Capone, and he is terrific in it.
I love it.
Good movie. I think Universal picked it up. I think it's going to be distributed by Universal, from what I heard.
Jason Patric, was he a nice guy? Like, I love Jason Patric.
He was really cool. I played the guy that was always opposite him. And we had a scene where, he gets physical with me. And we kind of expanded the scene. And him being the star of the film, if he wasn't open to that, it wouldn't have happened. And he was a very giving actor and sort of allowed my part to become just a little bit bigger and a little more important than it was in the script. So, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Great.
Actually, we just had G. Tom Mack on before you, and G. Tom Mack did the song Cry Little Sister for the Lost Boys.
Oh, wow.
For the 30-year anniversary, and Jason Patric is like the star of the Lost Boys. And so,
Lost Boys, fantastic.
Yes, that's like our 6 degrees of separation for today.
Right.
And he's got a new musical he's doing. He's turned the Lost Boys into a musical.
Yeah, he's doing a musical about the Lost Boys.
It had such a great soundtrack.
Yeah, fantastic.
Remember that guy Tim Capello?
We met him. We met him last year.
Yeah, right.
Played the saxophone.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
He asked me to star in this musical, and I said I couldn't possibly because I'll be out of the country then. So
you gotta love it.
You're not so busy. I'm far busier than you are. I turn down scripts every day. You don't. I mean, what do you turn down? 5 scripts a week? I turn down five scripts a day.
So first of all, I did a Google search on you, though, right? So I wanted to, all this stuff to come up. First of all, there's this company, I forgot the name of it, and it tells how much things are worth, right? So I did this thing, and the Jimmy Star Show, I Googled what it does. And it says the Jimmy Star Show, based on its social media presence and everything that's going on, is worth generates $10 million a year. Which, if we generate 100, we're fucking lucky.
Could you buy Ron some Boston fans?
Yeah, I'd like to be able to buy him some.
Money, for God's sake. Do the right thing,
no,
Jimmy.
seriously.
Yeah, but so then I Googled you, and it says Shawn Kanan is worth $12 million. So I want to say that First of all, what a great career that you're having, and I appreciate it, and I need to
monopoly money
doing.
Yeah, $12 million.
Well, if I didn't turn down all the scripts I do, I'd probably be worth 40 or 50 million. You know, Angelina Jolie wanted me in a movie with her, and I said, Angie, I can't be in a movie with you because I know you since you're a child, and I only look at you as a child. I could never look at you as an adult. So she told me to go fuck myself and go home.
So you also, okay, so then another thing, because since you've been on the last time, we had Charles Shaughnessy come on, and we also had Fran Drescher, and since you were in both The Nanny and Happily Divorced, there's another 6 degrees of separation.
Yeah, Fran was good.
Fran's terrific. She's been wonderful to me. And again, another 6 degrees of separation. Charles Shaughnessy's brother directed me in The Young and the Restless. He's one of the rotating directors in Young and the Restless. David Shaughnessy, great guy.
That's cool.
Very good. Nice fella. Very, very friendly. You know,
he is. He had a great
Bologna,
career.
You know, we lost Joe Bologna yesterday.
Just yesterday, and you know, it's
yeah,
really sad.
He
Bill and I were actually at Joe and Renee's home about 4 years ago. About 4 years ago for an event, and you know, you obviously, Ron, know a lot more of his work than I do. But the one thing that I really knew that he did was this film called "Blame It on Rio."
Oh, great movie! I love that movie.
That's one of his hit movies. Are you kidding? One of his big films.
I love that movie so much.
Oh, it's a great film.
I went to Rio de Janeiro, and I got to see that movie right before I went, so I was already primed.
Oh, you knew.
So I got a chance to meet him and his wife, and it was really terrific people. I mean, they're Hollywood royalty.
Yes, absolutely.
Renee is very quiet, very sleepy. Renee is always like not bothered or unbothered. She has that attitude, but people think she's a snob. She's not a snob. That's just who she is. She's a Brooklyn Jew, and Brooklyn Jews do that. They whine. They're, whiny and complaining. Like she's always saying, Joe.
She's from Brooklyn.
Yeah. She always said, but every time I was with them, she'd say, Joe, I'm tired. Let's go home. Are you ready? And he would be talking a mile a minute. He was the most interesting man and funny, and I adored him. And I used to always look for him, no matter if I was invited to a function, I'd look to see if he was on the bill of fare. And the last time I saw him was 3 years ago here in New Hope, when Renee had a show. And he was wonderful. We sat in the lobby, talked for hours. And I don't know what it was, because he was already had pancreatic cancer. He was diagnosed 3 years ago. And suddenly he began talking about his father and his mother and his upbringing. I mean, anyway, Joe, wherever you are,
rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
What a wonderful guy. Nice like you. Just as down to earth and as people. If you're a fucking snob and a Hollywood bullshit artist, you gotta see what I do. You wouldn't believe it. Oh, I tell. How could you be so full of yourself? Why don't you let somebody else in for a minute?
No, who did you say that to?
Oh, many people.
He says
many.
Many people.
Not just one, singular.
Well, you know what it is. It's you're at a cocktail party or you're at a big party, and
I've heard of those.
And yeah, you've been there, and there's a celebrity there that you want to interview or get to know. And you go over and you speak to them, and the next 20 minutes, it's all about what they're doing, who they are, and they don't give a shit about you. If you have a heart attack,
you're right. I think one of the things, not to plug my book again, but one of the things I think I say in my book is it's so easy when you're at a party to connect with someone because everybody wants to talk about themselves. All you have to do is say, "Tell me about you," and sit back, and you don't have to work in the conversation. It'll come to you.
But you know what? 10 minutes later, they don't remember ever meeting you. That's the sad part, because they live in their own world. I cannot give you the name of the actress, but she's a very...
Oh, come on.
No, I can't. I would never dare do it. No, I wouldn't, because her career is hurting right now, and I don't want to add to it. But she was so involved. You probably know her also.
Okay, don't do that.
No, I mean, he probably knows what I'm talking about. But she was so involved with self that she put herself in a corner, and now nobody wants to help her because she never liked anybody, or she was only using everybody and working everybody. And everybody
for a while, but I think sooner or later that behavior always catches up to you.
It does, and now she can't get a job anywhere.
I actually have to commend you too.
She's back in Canada.
I have to commend you too, though, Sean, because you're like a people's actor. Like, like I see how the fans like respond to you and how you respond back, and you don't snub them. And I mean, that's what you have to do because, like, you're in the spotlight and everybody like looks up to you. And the fact that you treat your fans so well is why you have such a big following in the first place.
And you're a nice guy. You're just a nice person. I mean, if I didn't like you, I would be like cold.
The people who follow my career have been really good to me, and I honestly believe that they've helped my career a lot. And so for me, it's a nice reciprocity to stay in contact when I can and make myself available.
Just because we're in the business and we have some sort of recognition or fame, you think you're beyond everybody, and that's such bullshit. We work in a factory 18 hours a day in a cold factory, torturing ourselves with crappy lines that are written by morons and trying to make them sound good, and cameramen that don't know their asses from their elbow with lighting. I mean, some of the movies I see today, oh my God, Robert Redford was in a film. The camera was 2 feet from him, and the brightness, you saw every pothole, every pimple. Oh my God, I thought, years ago, they would never do that. No mercy today.
Hold on, you guys. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. No, go ahead and answer. I was going to say we got 3 minutes.
Oh, no, make it. Are you fussy with your camera? Are you fussy with your camera, people?
No, I always I make it a point to get to know the DPs.
Right.
I like to know what lens they're using. I'd like to know what my field is so that I'm not moving, in and out of field. Because what happens is they'll get the shot, but you could wind up blowing a good take because you cross too close to the camera, you move out of field. That's usually the very first or second person that I try and connect with when I'm doing a film.
Joan Crawford said many times, my cameraman made me a star.
Yeah.
She said, because she had the same cameraman for 30 years. They used to hold Venetian blinds on the lights to give her a shadow or a palm tree to caress her hard face because she had very hard features. So she was a star because of the camera. I believe that. I certainly do.
Okay, so hang on, you guys, because we're out of time. We've got 2 minutes. So first of all, you got.
Why is it the good ones go so fast?
We gotta follow Shawn Kanan on Twitter, you guys. It's at Shawn Kanan. Everybody in the chat room saying they want his book, and they can go get his book. Tell me, Sean.
www.ShawnKananTheModernGentleman.com. Go to the shop and the T-shirt, the book, all the.
Then, you guys, you want to get tickets August 20th for Daytime After Dark. It's a comedy show by all your favorite daytime soap opera stars, Shawn Kanan, Sean Kerrigan, Brian McDaniel, Justin Ruppel. It's hosted by Jeff Rechterd at the Colony Theater, and you go to www.itsmyseat.com/comedy. It's this Sunday night. Doors open at 7. The show is at 8, and it's at 555 North 3rd Street, Burbank, California. And if you follow at Shawn Kanan on Twitter, you'll see he's tweeting all about it, retweet it. I'm sure the show's going to sell out very quickly, and we want everybody to go and support it because he's very, very funny, you guys. It's going to be a great show.
Please give your wife a hug for me. She was so delightful. The night I met her, she was really delightful. She's a lovely girl.
Yeah,
she really is.
I got that one, didn't I?
Yes.
What do you say?
You got lucky.
You got
both got lucky.
You're not exactly ugly. She did. You're an actor.
Ron, you know this. I mean, it's not.
No bullshit. You're a working actor. She should kiss your ass a little too.
Well, I usually gotta give her a couple drinks if I want that.
No.
We gotta go.
Oh, I don't want to go. Can't we run over?
No, we can't run over because.
Sean, you have to come back.
I will come back anytime, and you guys better let me know when you come to LA so I can take you out to dinner.
Absolutely, we can't wait to come.
There's no question about it. We have so many friends in LA that when we move to Palm Springs, we're going to have parties for days, and you and your wife, you'll be on the VIP list, which is our always invited list.
All right, everybody,
and you'll meet so many celebrities that you worked with.
We got to go anyway. So, Sean, good luck with everything. Daytime After Dark, everybody. Don't forget to get it and follow Shawn Kanan on Twitter, and we'll talk to you later.
Thank you so much, you guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye. He's such a sweetie.
He sure is. Great guy. Great guy. Great talent. Everybody, thanks so much for tuning in. We got a great show next week. Please tune in. Glad we didn't have as many technical difficulties today, and we hope everybody enjoyed the show, and we'll see you guys next week. Have a great weekend. Bye, everybody.
Hope you had a good time. I sure did. Nothing blew up.
Always have the clothes of Jimmy. Beige, I'm your one I wanna be. Jimmy Star, new celebrity. We'll take you out to Jimmy Star. treat you right. You'll feel like a star. We'll hook you up. Now you look sexy. Your game is tight. Gonna get laid.